So it's now day 8 of construction, and we're more or less complete for now. The excavator just left, and I have to say he did an amazing job of covering everything up. I think over here it's actually more level than it was before. I actually had to come out and stop him and say, you know what, call it, this is good enough. I'll insert the clip from them working so you can see what it was like. So I'll just come out here later with a shovel and fill this in. This is where the power is. This is the breakers on the other side. The generator hookup is here. My water line is here. And again, I will just cover this up with a shovel, and then I'm going to put a little box around here. That was suggested just because there is a heat trace or heat tape, whatever it's called, in here. So if I insulate this further, it won't run all the time. This random pipe is just covering the drain hole. I had them drill just so that I don't have to buy a hole saw for one hole. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably get the excavator guy back and maybe do a little pond out here. But for the immediate future, I'll probably just run this out into the yard. There's all kinds of space here, and nobody really goes back here. Inside, we have power. So everything is done in here as far as the actual panel. So currently I just have one breaker installed. I just want to settle my expensive bills first, and then I will have the electrician back to do the proper wiring. I also want to make sure I don't put too many outlets in. I am going to use lots of these slots so that if there is a GFCI trip, it won't be fatal. But I'm trying to get away from the whole, oh, let's just add extra outlets just in case we need them. Like, that's extra money wasted. It's a real problem with like the reefing mentality to overdo everything. But in the meantime, I do have 6 outlets protected by GFCI. I just have this one little LED light here for now. What I'm thinking though is I will just buy more of these and run them along the top. Of course, there will be tank lights too. Despite the fact it is a cool fall morning, it's quite warm in here with just this little $20 space heater. So I plugged this in yesterday and it got up to 31 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Well, I do use Fahrenheit for water temperature. For real world applications, it's Celsius. It seems to be dropping about 1 to 2 degrees an hour, depending on how much I open the door. But just this little heater was able to heat the whole container about 20 degrees Celsius above the coldest it got. It got down to 11 this morning. And the sensor is way back here. So the reading I got was taken here, and the little tiny heater is way back there. So now I got to clean up in here. I can use this extra thick styrofoam to insulate my water lines outside. So this water is live here. I'm going to get a sink and hook it up. I just can't do it with one hand because this is not secured, but I do have running water. So there'll be a sink here and then an RODI up here later. So yeah, I could put fish in here today if I wanted to. I'm obviously not going to, but I will put some trial fish in soon. I got to drill some tanks before it gets too cold and get at least one of these racks going. I have some dry rock I could probably fill with salt water too. and just generally clean up and get everything ready. So I will get some IBC totes, and I think the extra water will really help insulate. But it looks like 2 electric heaters will keep this place warm. Long term, I probably want to go with something more efficient like propane or a mini split, but that will work for now. So we're pretty close to operational. I don't imagine it'll be too long until I get the wiring done. I just want to plan it out properly, and really there shouldn't be that many outlets. So maybe just a couple on each side instead of all these extra rows. That will just run the LED lights and any miscellaneous equipment. I will be getting 1 or 2 big air pumps plus a backup, and 1 or 2 big water pumps plus a backup. So most will be connected. Obviously there will be some independent systems, and then those will have a few little things plugged in. But really the power needs is strictly the heating in the winter. There's not going to be that much power draw out here. So that's where I'm at. I would expect another update in a couple more weeks. If you ever want to build your own hatchery, it's quite an undertaking, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave them. Thanks for watching.